that won them a championship 4 years ago, and they deliver. What'd you see from them?
Well, first of all, I saw Steph Curry step up and play like a former league MVP in the face of this franchise. I saw Klay Thompson at APB that was out on him. He has been discovered. He showed up and showed out a little bit when he needed to. And, of course, Draymond Green contributed as well. And I can't give enough credit to Looney with the offensive rebounds that he was grabbing, some of the defense that he was playing, including a late-game block of a Chris Paul shot. You got to give credit where credit is due. A multitude of bodies stepped up, which is exactly what you need when a guy the magnitude of a Kevin Durant goes down with 2:11 left in the third quarter. But I'm here to tell you something right now. I sit here at this particular moment incredibly disappointed with James Harden and CP3, considering what happened in Game 5 last year when CP3 goes down. You have so many people who thought they blew an opportunity at a championship because of that injury. Now it's karma biting Golden State. It happened to them. You're Houston. This is the greatest opportunity that you've ever had in the postseason. In Game 5, KD goes down, and you have no answer. No answer when it counts. I can't believe that happened with CP3, especially, and to a lesser degree, James Harden. But it happened, and as a result, Houston is on the brink of elimination because of it.
All right, so moving forward, if the Warriors have to go to Houston now and Kevin Durant's not available, how much does that change things?
Well, I mean, Houston's going to win Game 6. I thought they were going to win Game 6 even if Kevin Durant was on the court. But they're definitely going to win Game 6 now. So, to me, it's a 7-game series, as I predicted before the series even began. But I got to tell you something right now. This calf strain that they're talking about my man Mike Wilbon just a few minutes away. See, everybody else is a bit nicer than me. I'm a bit more pragmatic. Here's the deal. I don't believe it's a calf injury. I really don't. I believe it. Listen, I looked at it, and it had Achilles written all over it. Now, I am no doctor, so don't take my medical diagnosis. But I didn't see a calf. I saw an Achilles. I'll believe that calf. Y'all can buy that story all y'all want to. I'm not believing it. But I do believe Houston will step up. They will handle their business in Game 6. They will be all over Golden State, and we will have a Game 7 right back here, and it will depend on Draymond, Steph, and Klay to deliver the goods in that series. But it'll be, in all likelihood, without Kevin Durant, because I don't believe it was a calf strain. That's just me. I don't believe it.
All right, both your basketball prognosis for Game 6, duly noted, and also your medical evaluation on Kevin Durant, also duly noted. We appreciate the time, Steve.
No problem.
If Kevin Durant's calf could talk, would it say, hey, it's my Achilles? Or would the Achilles say, it's not me, man, it's the calf? Find out. We'll talk more about Durant's injury coming up. Up north to Oakland, Steve Kerr.
Obviously, disappointed for him. And excited about the win, but, concerned for Kevin and disappointed for him. He's been on this incredible playoff run, and I'm proud of our guys for pulling the game out, and we'll see how Kevin's doing tomorrow.
Coach, Logan Murdoch, NBC Sports Bay Area. With Kevin out, we don't know for right now, but if he is out for an extended period of time, how much onus are you looking at Steph going forward in his play?
Yeah, I mean, if Kevin is out, then what you saw in the fourth quarter is what you're going to have to see going forward. We're going to have to find a way, but got it done today.
All right, when Kevin Durant went down, it wasn't the Rockets' starting five. That it was Paul and Harden. I mean, look at Chris Paul and James Harden. I think they said that James Harden didn't take a shot in the last, how many minutes? Was it 8 minutes, I heard?
At 5 points to the fourth.
One shot in the last 8 minutes. This is live television. People are talking in my ear, and I'm translating what they're saying to you out there. This is the beauty of the gig. You can see right there, starting backcourts after Durant's injury. Advantage, Splash Brothers. Let's go out to Oakland. Michael Wilbon there. And Michael, you've seen a lot of dramatic Game 5s. Where's this one rank?
Oh, it's way, way, way up there. Certainly single digits near the top. I'm old enough to have been sitting there for Bird steals the ball over to DJ and he lays it in. in the old Boston Garden, and Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller both in Madison Square Garden. And while this one didn't have one dramatic moment, well, the dramatic moment did involve, of course, Kevin Durant limping off the court. It involved quiet here for the first couple of minutes until they realized, hey, the Warriors still have that core four. You know, you still got Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Andre, and they carried them through this. And so now we've got just a litany of questions, starting with Kevin Durant. How injured is he? What is the possibility of him even coming back this postseason? It wouldn't seem to be great, but we'll find out more, of course, tomorrow and in the subsequent days. And then Game 6, you know, are we looking at some enormous blowout? What happened to Harden and Chris Paul down the stretch in those last 10 minutes where Kevin Durant's not on the floor and they couldn't take advantage of the Warriors the way the Warriors took advantage of the Rockets last year when CP3 was out? And then, you know, what about Game 6? What's going to happen there? And we presume, I'm sure the Golden State Warriors are not joining us in this presumption, but I think everybody looking on presumes there's going to be a Game 7 right here Sunday afternoon.
What was the mood before this game, Michael? Because this could have been the last game at Oracle, depending on how this game went, especially if Houston won it. What was the mood before compared to the mood afterwards?
There was great trepidation before. But remember, the Warriors got off to that hot start, and they were leading by, 20, 21 points? And even though that lead was kind of smushed down to 14 points at halftime, which really, to me, was telling. Because the Warriors should have been up 25, 27 points with the turnovers and the missed open shots you're not accustomed to seeing from them. 14 points is, of course, not insurmountable for a team with James Harden and Chris Paul and that kind of firepower, Eric Gordon, that the Rockets have. So the quiet came later. The nervousness returned to the building. It was returning at halftime and then afterward. And remember, Houston was pulling up pretty close on Golden State when Durant went down. And so you had the combination of the lead dwindling, Durant going down, not knowing how seriously injured he was, not knowing whether the Warriors with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry still struggling. Remember, Steph had another horrible first half, and he got going and had a great third quarter. And the two of them looked like they did. They had a flashback to 2015 when they didn't even have Kevin Durant and won. But for a while there, great nervousness in the building that this would be potentially the last game ever at Oracle.
Michael Wilbon, our show's better when you're on it.
Thanks, Neil.
All right, here we go. Listen, there's more series. There's actually more series besides this one. Okay. Wow. 76ers and Raptors. The winner of that is going to get the Milwaukee Bucks. Toronto could close it out in Game 6 at Philadelphia. And then we're going to the Rip City, the Rose City. And can Lillard and McCollum keep Portland alive as Denver owns a 3-2 series advantage in that one?
More sports.